Awesome. Let me get you set up too. You're actually a Jigglypuff. I'm not.
I'm a Jigglypuff.
Oh, did it have like a weird skin?
It was
or something?
a CPU, but put this out of our way.
Oh, sorry, I think you're stuck. But when you go to Jigglypuff, I think it has like a costume. Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, I see. The yellow is when it's you. And
it's from the player 3, yeah.
I see.
Where are we at?
Are we?
Is this streaming to the right stream key?
Are we streaming yet? Did we start here?
Oh, I think I hit yes. Yeah. Is the stream key wrong? Like something's happening. Yeah! Something's happening.
Nice. We're live?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live.
Yeah! Is that Akio?
You guys are streaming LOL. Thanks, Cody. Alright, so...
This is why we need you. Alright, here we go.
We're here with Jib. We're gonna analyze this set little by little. What's going on here? Did you go to the video?
Totally. No, I lost the,
Oh, the timestamp.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh,
that was easy enough.
Alright, so we're just gonna get started. What's up, everybody? And we're just gonna get started analyzing this. And if you have questions, feel free to ask at any time. And you can explain to people who come in what they've missed, all the exciting Ice Climbers versus Jigglypuff action. And it is a very exciting matchup. So we're just going to start analyzing it and see how it goes. Again, I'm here with Gabe, a.k.a. Jib.
Hey,
and this is like his house and his TV and his system and his everything, so thank you, Gabe.
Anytime.
So...
glad to help. Alright.
Okay, right? As this started...
Do you want to maybe get a little closer and then you can move back if you want to...
Oh, that's true.
Fit in CRT. I'm watching you stretch.
That's true, I'm stretching. Alright, I'm going to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, this matchup, I'm going to just back up a little bit. Okay, so this situation right here, well, I'll back up a little more so that they're not wave dashing. See if Chew gets towards center.
It's like a weird neutral start.
Yeah, well, basically, like, this is the most common situation in this matchup, where Ice Climbers are at center stage and Jigglypuff is on a side platform. And Ice Climbers attack Jigglypuff on that side platform, usually with an up air or maybe a back air. But basically, Jigglypuff on the ground doesn't have a whole lot of ways to fight Ice Climbers, just because we can put out desyncs and we can put out the disjoints. And the back air doesn't really get Jigglypuff anything, so they can't get much. But if Jigglypuff can get Ice Climbers to start jumping, then Ice Climbers are a little more vulnerable. Which is one of the reasons why it's good to be on the platform. Also, people are afraid of getting grabbed and wobbled, so being on the platform seems pretty safe. So then the thing Ice Climbers should usually be doing, and Chew starts out with this, he just goes in with some up airs. The full hop up air, kind of near center stage right here, is to catch Jigglypuff going...
We're dashing off.
Yeah, or to catch them going towards the top platform. And then you can do the short hop up air to actually hit them while they're on the side platform, which happens right there. The short hop up air is really good. For anyone who doesn't know, Ice Climber's short hop up air auto cancels. You can even fast fall. I think it's 2 frames you have, but if you do a short hop up air automatically, like the frame after you jump, it will auto cancel with a couple frames leniency, and that's really good because it's hard for slow characters like Jigglypuff to like shield drop and punch, for example. So you could do an up air and then roll back or wave dash back towards center stage without really getting punished. So this is an extremely strong position for Ice Climbers. And it's pretty strong too. That was only 1 hammer connecting, and it did 7 damage.
The problem with flow feedback was I mean, maybe it works for Twitch VODs, but we couldn't find a good YouTube VOD. Everything had a desynced sound, so we had to use the 6-hour Twitch VOD.
Flow feedback. What's that?
It's like a thing that you do, and then it allows you to like put notes on a YouTube video. But instead of it just being like just for you, it's like everyone who watches on the same URL can
that is
add
sick.
to it.
Yeah, this hasn't been uploaded yet, unfortunately. So we're on Twitch. But a lot of the things that I mention, even though we're not writing them down, a lot of these things will come up over and over again. Because the way this match sort of panned out, it's kind of a few simple things that kept happening a lot. So we'll probably be touching on them often. And so Jigglypuff, so we talked a little bit about Ice Climbers, like being on the ground and attacking the platform in certain ways to get Jigglypuff. But then what Jigglypuff does, if Ice Climbers do that full hop going toward, try to hit the top platform, and Jigglypuff doesn't go to the top platform, then they can have a free back air or even a pound to catch them while they're in the air. But then one of Jigglypuff's common things to do is to drop through the platform and pound. Pound's obviously good. It hits your shield, does a ton of shield damage. And if it shield pokes or just hits you because you're not shielding, then it can pop you up. They can get a rest just off of that or start a combo. And the important thing about Jigglypuff's pound is that you have to do a rising pound against Ice Climbers. Any character, pretty much, if you don't do a rising pound on the top of their shield, they can like grab it. But Ice Climbers is particularly bad because they can grab and just wobble right away. So, Hungrybox goes for that pound, which didn't get punished too hard. Just got hit with a back air. So pounding the back of Ice Climbers is fine because you'll just get hit by an aerial. And if you do the rising pound, you'll get hit by the aerial anyway. But that separation is super important. So, ooh, yeah, that was close.
So close to dying there.
Yeah. So there, Chew goes back, like with those short up airs. Okay, so like this is kind of where some of how Chew plays like can get him in trouble. Obviously, it worked really great in this game and in the next game because he like, oh my hands.
Yeah, you're such a talent about this.
But it worked really great for him because he won the first two games pretty well. But Ice Climbers have a lot of strength when they're at center stage. And to go all the way back like he just did sort of gives up a lot of that. Like right here, right now where he's at center stage and Hungrybox is about to go to that platform, this is a totally fine place for him to be. But once he backs off and goes to the left, Hungrybox had a chance to take center stage and then really wall Chew out with back airs. Because since Chew can't back up any further, there's no way for him to do anything to like protect himself from the back airs. Let's like show them something real quick on the screen. Yeah. So we're just gonna get some gameplay going. Because I want to show some of Ice Climber's options to get out of to like deal with the back airs.
This is so annoying. Okay. It'll update. Okay, so where do we want to be? On Yoshi's?
Yeah, so let's go to Yoshi's.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Even in times like these, I can't not have Rumble.
Oh, totally, yeah. Rumble's important, either having it or not. I never use Rumble.
You might have it on now, or did you take out your,
I took it off. I took it off beforehand.
Right.
Okay, so if we're facing forward, we don't have as many quick outer shield options.
Oh my god,
this
is disgusting.
The Ice Climbers, like, their outer shield options, the only quick ones that are any use, like, pretty useful, are up air and back air. They're both really good disjoints. They come out quickly, they auto cancel. Down air comes out the fastest. It's in 3 frames, but it has no range and it has set knockback, so you can get punished for doing it. And then Nair doesn't really have good range. It comes out pretty quickly though. And then forward air is very slow, so you're not going to get an out of shield punish with forward air, especially on Puff. So if you're facing backwards and you hard shield a back air.
So do you want me to back air?
Yeah. Well, not. Sorry, my shield.
We can turn on infinite shields actually.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it on?
You have it.
Okay.
So back air your shield.
Yeah. So like it's hard to you can throw out that back air against Puff's back air, and it won't, like, you're usually not going to get punished too much. Like if you know they're going to land, then that back air can hit. There's like the two things that Puff does where they do either like the double back air or like just the falling back air. And so like with the back air out of shield, they would have to do a falling back air, because if they do the double back air, like do a rising back air and then jump.
Okay, wait, I did that earlier, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So like the back airs that hit like the tippy top of your shield, if you try to punish out of shield,
you're gonna get back aired by the second one.
Yeah, exactly. The second one will hit. So like for this situation, you have to like move in with your shield, kind of. You can sometimes like ice climbers will wave dash and shield. But anyway, the idea is like sometimes you'll have that leniency, but sometimes you won't. So then another thing you can do against Jigglypuff back air, back air me, is you can roll back and do a Blizzard desync.
Oh, that's
and once you
dope.
get your desync started,
then I can't really back air into this.
Exactly, yeah. It's harder for Puff to deal with that, but you need that space to roll back, because if I'm here and now you back air me, you can punish that roll really easily.
Right.
Yeah, maybe with like another aerial.
Yeah.
Right, it like pushes me off stage. I don't have space, so we need that space to be able to do another one. We need that space to do to do that Blizzard. So that's why I think like holding center stage is super important in this matchup, because if Jigglypuff ever decides to try to fight you on the ground, then they have to be able to they have to respect that. And if you don't have enough space to be able to put that roll Blizzard out, then they don't have to respect it and they can just fight you more.
Right, so it's not like cornering yourself is necessarily bad. It's that when you corner yourself, you have to be able to like do it on your own terms into a desync.
I think so, yeah. Like I think like this happens in the Marth matchup a lot too. Like it's hard for Marth to deal with this. It's hard for Jigglypuff to deal with it too. And so like you can sort of do your desync and move forward and be generally kind of safe. Like you can just inch forward with Ice Block Blizzard, and it's okay.
Oh yeah, I can't. I mean, everything also turns me around.
You can also Ice Block Jumping Blizzard, like that. So you have a lot of options to do that. But if you're already in the corner, like I said, it's hard to put that out. Yeah. So that's why. So we can go back to this screen. So that's why I think that like when Chu cornered himself there.
Yeah, you might need to like
press so good.
I don't know if spacebar alone will unpause it now. Oh, there we go.
H-Box showed us stuff that we've never seen before. We've never seen before. No, he never seen before. He threw Nana into Popo to kill her.
He goes all the way to the other side. It's too much. But Hungry Box is kind of chilling, so it's okay. And I think that's something that like Chu is really good at doing, is that when his opponents are like camping or just like waiting, like he's very patient waiting for them, and he kind of has a good sense of how much they're gonna just like stand there and do nothing, you know. So him standing there wasn't so bad, but if Hungry Box had decided to go in at that point, he could have gotten in trouble. So like one thing to really concentrate on in this matchup is that stage positioning. You want to look for the Ice Climbers to be at center stage and Puff to be on the platform. Hungry Box loves that tomahawk grab.
Yeah, every matchup.
Yeah. And it's good to grab Ice Climbers. See, there it is again. And he'll usually do it behind so that, you know, he can't get shield grabbed. Hungry Box loves rolling too. Oh my gosh.
Is that safe if it auto cancels?
The Nair?
Yeah. I guess did it just hit too high?
Yeah, he hit like the top of his shield. Right.
Yeah.
Like that's where he hit. So that was definitely not going to be safe, especially since he's hard shielding. If he was light shielding, it probably
it might push the back far enough.
I don't know all the frame data on it, but the thing is, as soon as so this is something that's important for when you guys are fighting Ice Climbers. As soon as you do an unsafe move that's going to get grabbed, you have to be ready on defense. So like as soon as Hungry Box did that nair and it hit the shield, he needed to be mashing hard
already. Yeah,
because 57%. If you try to pummel more than once, they're going to get out of the grab if they're mashing really well. But what happens here, you'll see he gets the grab, pummels, and then waits again. See, he does those two pummels. Pummel, pummel.
Yeah, and Nana wasn't even in there for the first time.
And especially since the backup climber...
Yeah, she was light shielding, so she got pushed back further.
Yeah, and Nana also did a jab into the forward tilt. So the time between the jab and the forward tilt is more time they could get out.
Right.
So like that was super mash outable by Hungrybox. And there's actually kind of like a skill to putting yourself in situations where you'll get grabbed and you know you're gonna get grabbed. So you can do riskier things like a forward smash or like some aerial on shield.
And then you like can trust yourself to mash out.
You know you're at low enough percent to mash out. That was obviously not a good situation because Chudat could have started the wobble fast enough that Hungrybox couldn't mash out. But it just so happened.
So it was like both of them played suboptimally.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So the double suboptimalness lined up.
He's playing with the fire behind him right now.
Okay, so in this situation, for all characters, grabbing Ice Climbers when you're invincible is so good. Because all of your grabs are available to you, since you're not like going to get punished for them, right? So like Sheik, for example, you can just run up and grab them and back throw right away. And no matter which one you get, you'll be alright. Hungrybox loves to go for grabs, so like that's something I look for often. But it's tricky with Ice Climbers because if they go to a platform and then they get hit, like they'll get desynced, their Nana can die really quickly. They can't go to the ledge and just ledge stall because the backup climber is going to be sitting on stage. And I'll just say Nana for the course of this video because Chu is using the classic colors where Nana is the backup climber. But for the red costume and the popsicle costume, that orange and blue one,
the best costumes.
Yeah. Nana is the lead climber and Popo is the backup. Anyway, so grabs are good because Ice Climbers don't have a really safe place to go outside of, other than just the ground. So Hungrybox went for a grab,
People love the Chudat story right now.
but then did that back throw. I think instead of a back throw, a forward throw would have been good because you can hit the other Ice Climber. And they're too far away to
But
be
he
able
wants to kill Nana, I guess.
Right, but he kind of needs to protect himself, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because if he goes for that, he's not going to get this because he's going to get grabbed. And instead of going for that immediate down throw, Chu could have done an immediate back throw. Because if Hungrybox DI'd down and away, like he kind of goes just away.
Could he
here.
have gotten re-grabbed? No.
No.
Okay.
But if Hungrybox DI'd
that
down and away, and then just continued to hold that direction, Chu's like he could have just gone and hit Nana.
Oh, that's why he should have back thrown and not down thrown.
Exactly.
I see.
Yeah, because he threw and basically. See, he could have literally just gone and hit Nana right there, but he sort of went back towards the middle, right?
I guess he just didn't expect it, but
right.
Yeah, you're definitely right that back throw was like
nice,
the smarter choice.
Yeah.
Where does that damage on Nana come from, though? HBox lays all this damage into Nana.
Ooh.
Where, like, Popo's sitting at 30.
That drill, super shield grabbable.
Nana doesn't have the best TI. That's true. There's that too. Yeah. She's notorious for not really holding any directions on the gray stick.
Okay, so those are the kind of bears you meant where you do the rising bear and then you can do the second bear.
Exactly, yeah. So he does it and then he can come down with another one to cover himself.
Not really holding any directions on the gray stick.
And the thing is, like, you'd think that the second bear after that is where it's punishable, right?
No, but it's super low.
But yeah, it's super low and he can jump and do another one. So it's really after the first bear. If the first bear misses you, then you can go in and punish it. But see, Popo has such a hard time dealing with that because he can't do any desyncs. And he can't use Nana as a bait. There's not the extra hit stun. Like all the things that make two Ice Climbers hard to fight doesn't have that anymore. So Hungrybox can sort of like spam that. And Chu has to try to get him to miss. But because Chu couldn't back up there...
Yeah.
Right? Like, he can't move forward, obviously. And he can't back up to get Hungrybox to whiff. So he's just stuck shielding or taking a hit. Right there when he tried to wave dash forward.
It's somewhat decent in the winner set, but it's got to do even better. It's got to do even better.
Just gonna close the door quickly.
Yeah, and that was the example right there I was talking about where Hungrybox did that rising back air, but it missed. And so then Chu had time to go in with an up air here. So if you can get in close enough, and Ice Climbers are short, so it's harder to hit, but you can make that happen. What's up, everybody? No, I do not actually go to Stanford. My mom went to Stanford, so I'm a really big Stanford fan. Love Stanford. They're awesome.
got to. It's got to be easy. And Yoshi's is a stage to do it, I think. You know, I really do. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That was a hard read on that. Let's see what happened here. Chu. So Chu did a looks like a jump forward. Yeah, he did a dash forward, but ice climbers can actually react to all the DIs after the down throw. You just dash forward and immediately jump, and if you react, if they go forward, you can nair or forward air depending on the percent.
And if they go back, you can bair.
If they go back air, you can back. If they go back, you can back air. But you have to react to that and actually fade in. And Chu kind of like, I'm pretty sure he does his back airs almost exclusively with the C stick. Because he's really good at like moving one way and then back airing the other way, but because of that, he actually didn't drift backwards.
Do you not use the C stick?
I don't. I use Z for my short hop aerials, and I use A for full hop aerials. I sometimes use a C stick if it's like obvious, but for me to show you guys, like I jump with X and I short hop by like flicking X like that. So if I do XZ, I can get the immediate aerial. I can't get X to A quickly enough to get the immediate aerial. So if I need to short hop, do an immediate aerial, I do it with Z. But then full hop, you can just push it and press it. So I do it that way. But anyway, you'll see that Chu misses his back air because he kind of drifts away, you know. Here it is. He keeps going out that way.
Yeah, he's still going right.
Oh. Another tomahawk.
I like that.
Ice climber side B, like as soon as he's out that far, he can either air dodge to grab the stage or side B, but he can't get close enough to up B to grab the edge. So it's like he's gonna have to do whatever he does by the time he gets like past that shy guy.
Well, and I've noticed that you go for the air dodge much more than other ice climbers.
Yeah, the up B is super punishable, and what happens is like it's harder as the up B goes on further. It's harder for ice climbers to change like how far they're gonna go because you can fade a little, like you can
right. Your special fall has super low drift.
Yeah, and just like at the end of it, you're kind of like committed to wherever you're going. But also, on the other hand, at the very beginning of your side B, you're really committed to going forward. Like you have to press forward because if you press backwards, if we can show them on the game screen,
let us go. And look, I gave you guys inputs. Now I can see our inputs on the top.
Oh, really? That's sick.
You see the little squares?
Awesome.
Okay, so
if I side B forward and see how like I went forward first, like, and then I stopped.
Yeah.
If I side B to the right,
and then
see how I'm facing the wrong way. So even if I'm facing this way, if I start right and then go like this, I'll end up that way, and we never want to do that because
you want to be able to grab a ledge.
Like, well, we won't be able to grab ledge. So whenever ice climbers are about to start their side B, they're always going to go towards the stage.
So you can punish that.
So if they're here, like no matter what their fate is at the end, they'll start going in. And so Chu like starts going in, and then at the very end he just pulls back a little bit, and the slope of Yoshi's helps him a bit.
So you think H-Box should have just gone here?
What H-Box can do,
he should have gone like out here and tried to hit him with the bear there.
He could, or he could even just stand on the platform, and if Chu lands on the platform, he can forward smash, and if Chu doesn't land on the platform, he can drop down back air. But instead, he just sort of dropped down to forward smash. But he didn't have enough time for that, and he went too far away. See that?
Yeah, actually, the one thing I thought was kind of interesting was he had terrible DI on the grab.
Right, he went super far.
And then because of that, his side B didn't go in far enough for that F smash.
Yeah, right.
So it was. I'm not going to give him any credit to say it was on purpose, but it was sort of a mind game.
Yeah. So yeah, like at the end there, like he pulled back a little bit, and the slope of Yoshi's affects how ice climbers can go. See how he hit the ground and sort of stopped?
Yeah, but then show us one on the flat ground. Yeah, you like slide.
So like, it kind of stopped me a little bit. Whereas if I go here, you still slide.
Once you hit the ground,
you're gonna go.
Yeah.
But here, It sort of pushes you back a bit. Just like any other slope with any move, right?
Ooh, stop short. I like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, shootout looking really good right now.
Oh, the dash dance. I love it. Ooh, shoot.
Jumping hard to make it back right here.
Here you go.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna tab back into the full screen.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Yeah. Just looks better for the peeps.
Yeah. So when ice climbers come down, really you just have to like, just get there and kind of hold center stage. You can't try to go hit them right. But there he goes for that up air. But then he goes for the back air, and I think the back air is problematic because Jigglypuff's going to outrange it, and it's kind of easy to punish. And the back air is here. I'm going to turn. Can we turn the volume off?
Of this?
Yeah, on the commentary. Love Blur and love Toph, but it's distracting me. So with these back airs, when he comes down and goes to hit him, or I guess that already happened. Yeah. So that back air isn't going to hit anything ever. So Hungry Box is down here. He's not going to go up on stage. So like that back air doesn't really have like a chance to hit anything, but then it's very punishable. So this is kind of, I guess, a good time for me to talk about what I want to talk about with the ledge grab stuff. Can you tab back to this? So if someone's camping the ledge against ice climbers have like actually a really good tool for dealing with that. Because we can do desyncs.
Oh, this is the fun part. Now I get to
I get to camp. Okay, so if you're holding the edge and I want to hit you, I can't, like, that's not going to hit you. And you can punish these back airs too. And so I'm not going to be able to get in there and do anything. But what I can do is desync ice blocks.
Right. And then I don't have much fun here.
And like if you can obviously jump around them.
But it's just making it hard.
It's hard, you know, and it just adds damage here and there. Especially Yoshi's, the ice blocks slide really well. So you're putting on all this damage with ice blocks, and it's tough for a Jigglypuff to get there. And so because you can do this, Jigglypuff has to go to the platform and just be like, okay, I'm not doing that. And then you force them to fight in that situation, go to the platform again. Where these up airs are really good. Especially when you've never done it. But, so yeah, like, that's something that Chu doesn't really do. And I think it would be...
Really desync.
Yeah, he doesn't really desync that much. And a lot of what makes him so great is the fact that he doesn't desync. Because
he's just patient.
Because he's very patient, and he's always ready for his openings. But in situations like that, I think when people play his patient game back at him, it can get a little tricky for him because he's not utilizing the desyncs. Now, Yoshi's has a tricky thing where at certain ranges, the ice blocks disappear on the edge. Yeah, here, wait, get off the edge for a second.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, here they disappear.
Wait, that's so weird.
I don't know exactly.
That's just
It's just like certain ranges.
Huh. And it's only on Yoshi's?
Yeah.
Guess
it doesn't happen on other stages. Like,
I saw one of them disappear.
See it disappearing. So it just happens. I don't know. But anyway, that's something that Chu can do that I think almost entirely can invalidate the power of ledge grabbing. Obviously, again, people can still stall around it, but it's just harder to do. And eventually what you can do, if they're really committed to stalling around it, you can get closer by walking forward with your desync, and eventually, like you're doing ice blocks from here, but then as you get close enough, you can start doing blizzards.
Yeah, that.
And then when you do the blizzard, you have your backup ice climber doing the blizzard, and you can grab ledge, right?
Yeah.
So you have a lot of tools, and the good thing about ice climbers, you can grab ledge and immediately up air, you can back air. So if you grab ledge from the puff and force them off the ledge, you can hit them like that, right? So you have a lot of tools to deal with it, and I think those tools just aren't really being explored. Let's see. What's up, people?
Oh, someone said something really cool about apparently the different slopes make of Squallhammer doesn't exist in PAL.
The slope doesn't happen. Oh, wow. How cool.
And I guess because it slides off, that's why you don't travel as far. You're actually just sliding backwards and moving forward, so it keeps you in place.
Oh, how awesome. Miyogi, an Ice Climbers player from SoCal, I believe, who I've never seen her play, but apparently she's super good. But she always knows a lot of stuff. She's always like commenting.
Yeah, dude, all you Ice guys are so knowledgeable.
We gotta be, man. They're a tricky character. Okay, let's go back to the game and I'll move forward a little bit on it because we don't want to like take a million years on each one. So I'm just gonna let it play for a little bit, just kind of talk about it as I'm seeing it. So there's that pound getting punished by an aerial again, but it was a rising pound, so it didn't get punished with a grab, which is the important part. Ooh. Hungrybox loves rolling when he's in a tricky situation like that, and it's usually really good.
That was too obvious.
That's a kill. So yeah, Chu like didn't really catch them. You know, it happens quite a lot in the set.
And puzzle isn't amazing, is it? It's like,
yeah, well, it's pretty good though. You know, it's not awesome.
I mean, I think
it's
all rolls when you're not expecting them are good.
That's true,
but I think
except maybe Game and Watch. Okay, this is super important, people.
I'll be uploading it to YouTube later.
You
won't be doing anything.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing anything. Okay, so Chudat wants to call this the mango. Let's see. Okay, so down throw down air. I guess let's go back to the game screen. I want to talk about down throw down air a little bit because it's really important in the Ice Climbers matchup. And it makes it, even though this is giving away trade secrets, it makes it a lot more fun as an Ice Climber player to play against an opponent who's
Are you going to teach us the like 50-50?
Yeah. So take Fox.
Okay. And as a bonus, I get to learn.
Yeah. Okay, so
this is just for this.
With Ice Climbers, sometimes we'll get a grab and not be set up for a wobble the way we want it, right? Break your shield. So Jib is going to mash as hard as he can, and then I'm going to try to wobble him. So with my perfect, absolute perfect, amazing wobbling skills, I couldn't even do it. So sometimes you get a grab at 0, and if they know they're going to get grabbed, they're going to mash out, right?
So I'll do like a high aerial on your shield.
Yeah. Oh, but then mash.
Okay. Oh, I'm too good.
You're too good.
Right, here, let's infinite shields.
Yeah. So
there.
All right.
Why can't I know? Oh, I know why.
So with the down throw down air, we'll use that to set up for a wobble because maybe the opponent will be at too low percent. Like in this situation, Hungrybox was well below 20 because that 18 is after the down throw down air already happened. So Hungrybox was probably around like 7 or 8%, and then oh wait a minute, I think 27, 14. So maybe it was around 4%. Who knows? Anyway. We use the down throw down air to set up into a wobble. So if you can get out of down throw down air, you can get out of these wobble situations. And so what happens is that the down air has set knockback. So no matter what your percent is,
to do that?
It's gonna what?
Yeah.
So no matter what your percent is, it's always gonna hit you like this. It kind of pushes you away. You're always standing, and you're gonna go to the side. Whatever side you're on, you'll go. If I'm like straight above you, it'll just, pick which side is closer to the side. Like, closer to the way you are in relation to the down air. So, you can get out, you can SDI out of that quite a bit. Oh, you won't be in the air, so it won't matter. When we do the down throw usually puts you, don't DI, it usually puts the opponent right in front of us, like right there. Which is a great spot to be able to say wobble. And if they're at a high enough percent, we can do that regrab pretty easily, and then just start wobbling. But the thing is, if they're at low percent, that regrab isn't possible on like DI down and away. So and then they'll hit the ground, and then we can't really do anything except jab reset if they miss their tech or get a tech chase. But with down throw down air,
I won't DI.
Down throw down air, it puts them just standing on the ground like that. So we can grab and start a wobble. And the nice thing is, not only do you have a synced grab, but then you also
have a nice little extra percent.
A little bit of extra percent, exactly. So in order to get out of that, different characters do it in different ways. Fast fallers, typically you want to try to get to the ground quickly.
So you hold down and away.
And then buffer an escape move. So in order to get to the ground quickly, the first thing you want to do is DI the throw down and away. If you don't DI the throw, this is what your trajectory looks like. You kind of just go up and a little bit
and
away.
If I do DI...
But if you DI away and a little bit down, which is perpendicular to that trajectory, you go much farther away. So that already helps, because if I do a full hop with my down air and you do that DI, my full hop down air will miss like this.
Right.
Right? So then we have to jump forward with it.
And then still...
It's still hard. We have to dash. So then what you do... You're DIing down and away, and then you can SDI either, down and away again, or you can SDI straight down, and that'll put you on the ground quickly. So this is what it looks like if you DI down and away and don't SDI. You end up there. Now this is what it looks like if you do SDI.
I'll do my best.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. I messed up.
Yeah.
See how I popped way farther away? So already that would have been hard for me to get that grab, even if he doesn't do an escape move. Whoops, I'm messing that up. Let me reset my control. So there my down air missed because I didn't have them jump far enough. And see how far away he is? So already it's great. But then what you can do is you can buffer a roll or a spot dodge. So buffer a roll away. And then it escapes. So with fast followers, you can get out that way. Floaties, pick Marth. Floaties are midweight characters. You can get out by SDIing straight up.
The grab will just be while I'm airborne?
Yeah, you SDI the down air straight up. You actually don't have to DI.
I don't DI, just SDI.
You just SDI, and that's both sticks, right?
Yeah.
You time your, if you guys can see my stick, you time your joystick, that does the SDI, and you're holding the C stick, and that does your ASDI, which buffers. So, this is what it looks like when you don't do anything. See, he kind of lands right there. I can get it. But now, if you SDI and ASDI straight up, it looks like this. See how high he went? So now if I try to grab and then you try to jump out of it, the grab misses. There are some characters, however, on which it won't work ever. So and Jigglypuff is one of those characters.
I hope we don't have an idiot skin again. Mom wants you.
So, Jigglypuff, if Jigglypuff doesn't do anything, it looks like this. Oh, whoops. I'm just getting that back throw. Oops. So don't DI or SDI, but do jump out of it.
Okay.
Right, so even without doing anything, Jigglypuff gets out. So really, there's basically no reason to go for down throw downer. Which, can we get to that? We can keep the game screen.
Oh yeah, it'll play.
Just if I press.
But so we're still on though.
So this down throw down air isn't going to do anything. There's a way to turn your opponent around in the down air, like this. And it puts them behind you. Whoops. Oh wait, I'm doing that too soon. I'm getting excited. But if you just hold up on both sticks.
You want it to
go to center stage.
Turn me around. Oops. And
it puts you way too far up. So Jigglypuff can get out of that always. So that's what Chu was trying to do, is to get the down air to turn Hungrybox behind him. So what you have to do against Jigglypuff instead of the down air is use forward air, which is a meteor. But at low enough percents, you can just re-grab, and then it's a wobble opportunity. It's kind of hard to do. There aren't a whole lot of hitboxes of the forward air that do the meteor. And you might be a little slow on it. But it's hard for them to meteor cancel it. I don't know. Maybe they even can't. I'm not sure. But that's like a combo, a setup you can do against Jigglypuff. And also, even if you don't want to grab, you can like... that was tough because you're right there. It gets him on the ground, so you could do an immediate down smash. Oh, wow. That was an interesting percent. You got another percents for that. But I wouldn't use that at that percent anyway, because you can just wobble. Point is, that's something that's really important for everyone to know. Fast followers get to the ground quickly with SDI and ASDI, and then buffer an escape move like a roll or a spot dodge, and then floaties, SDI up and jump. And Jigglypuff you can just hold up and it's fine. people who say, oh, you can just hold down or you can just hold up, it doesn't always work with every character. So don't believe them when they say that. They're lying to you. Are there any questions about that? If there are, please ask, and I might see them and answer them at some point. But anyway, Chu tried to do that. Could have gotten something. Actually, what he could have done there would have been like a handoff. This would be super sick. So if he here, come over here. So if you get a... Ooh, they didn't pummel at all. So the backup climber pummels a random number of times, which makes some handoffs easier than others because you have time. So like this. Like, if I could get that turnaround, that would be a wobble. That's hard.
I see what you're going for, and it looks dope.
What this is, right? Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Maybe anyway, if I DI in?
Maybe, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that's tough. Point is, down throw downer doesn't work against Puff, so you gotta do something else. Just leave that going. But anyway, I'll just play this more and we'll talk about what we're seeing.
You want to tab back, or it's fine, because they can see it here too.
That's true.
It's just a little smaller.
Ooh. Yeah. It's just like, once you get them separated, you just got to kill the backup climber. And right there, the backup climber looked kind of dead. I guess, yeah, we can tab back. So Nana tries to land on Randall. And when Randall's on the left side, since Randall's so low down there, Nana's going to do their jump lower. Because often they'll jump at like stage height or maybe a platform height.
I think there's actually, I think the way it works is they jump at the height of the last place they were grounded. So if they get hit off of a platform, they jump at that platform's height.
Yeah.
If they get off of the ground, they jump where the stage is.
Right. Except if they see Randall and they're excited about Randall, if you look at where they were here, they just touched the ground on that platform, but they waited all the way down there to jump because they wanted to land on Randall. Basically, the idea is that if there's something that they can land on, then they'll just land on it and not worry about jumping sometimes. But that's not how it works. It's just a way to think about it.
I just assumed that Nana had been piloted by Cyrox this whole time.
Basically, yeah. But yeah, so they did that tricky jump. But anytime you get the ice climber separated, if you have a kill on Nana you can get, just go get it for sure. Like always. It actually makes a huge difference, not only because of wobbling stuff. Right here, as soon as Hungry Box hits Nana up there, instead of fighting Popo, he's just got to go up and hit Nana one more time. Because once he did get Popo off stage, like right here, he throws him off, and he has this double recovery, which hit Hungry Box.
And then double back air put him at kill percent.
Exactly, yeah. That down smash was a tech flub that, like, obviously he didn't want that. But it makes a really big difference. Like, that double squall recovery wouldn't have worked if Nana was dead, obviously, because it's not a double squall. So kill the backup climber, people. There's that grab he's going for again. Now, one of the things is, I just said kill the backup climber. In this situation, they're too far to make it back, and Randall is going to come out on the other side because it's an even number.
She's too far to make it back?
Way too far. They've already used their jump.
Okay.
Yeah. So all Hungry Box has to do is wall out Chu to prevent him from grabbing Nana. And the reason that that's better than hitting Nana is that you still keep Chu from saving Nana, but you might get some damage on it.
Right, so it's like, it's funny because it's instead of them using Nana to bait you, you're kind of using Nana to bait them.
Exactly. And there was a super sick thing that Armada did to Infinite Numbers at Summit, where he hit Nana off stage, he was like going to combo them, and Numbers was right there to try to hit him, to stop him. They were separated. And Numbers wave dashed in place, because Armada did a back air in place to stop Numbers from hitting him. But the Numbers wave dash in place, knowing that back air was coming, which was super smart. But then Armada did another back air right away.
Right.
Like, he wasn't even reacting. He was just like, back air, back air. And then the second back air hit Numbers, because Numbers waited for the first one and then was going to go punish. So it was like, so smart. It was like a great bait.
The Yomi.
Great bait, mate. But it's not bad that he went there and got that kill. Because because he didn't lose anything, but except I guess he lost an opportunity to gain.
I mean, he got it. If he took damage before it happened, I'd agree.
You're right.
But
ooh. Forward airs like that, that's stuff that makes Chu really good. Like, most people don't think to do that. I think part of it is that most people don't just stand there, you know?
Right.
And when you're standing there and your opponent's there, they're probably going to move, and he just goes out with that forward air. Because that forward air is generally not, like, necessarily a great thing, but it just works super well. Oh, is this where they're at?
The chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, so they're far behind.
But that doesn't matter. It's
fine. No, that's cool. It's fine. Yeah.
It also could be that I'm behind. Like, I could pause and unpause this, and we might catch up a little.
But yeah. Anyway, that forward air, so good. Just like he just does these random things, and it feels like it can be hard as an Ice Climbers player to learn from watching Chu because he does so many crazy things that I don't understand why they work. But he's just so smart. Ooh. Yeah, I tried to get a wobble, but Nana wasn't ready. That would have been a good time to try for like a down throw forward air.
In that kind of, I only know this from sticking around with Ice Climbers on my own. If they mash out and they don't go anywhere, like if they do like the grounded mash out thing, it acts as a desync. And you can have Nana grab them off of it. It wouldn't have been that great here because it was center stage and you couldn't hand off of it necessarily.
Right. You actually
can't. It's a cool thing to keep in mind.
Because you can't react to Nana's down throw on Jigglypuff. It's too fast. But you can react to their forward throw still. And you can get damage off of all the throws if you react. But you just can't react and get the regrab into a wobble. But he's putting on so much damage, it don't even matter. Like that Nair was kind of another example, like that forward air that he does. But
it's kind of randy, but
that one didn't
But he's
work.
so patient that it takes you off guard.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, that was a great wave dash back because Hungry Boxy always does this where he jumps and it fast falls behind you when you're shielding
so that you don't
get that tomahawk grab,
and also so that he doesn't in your grab range, right?
Yeah, exactly. But then Chu wave dash back at the last moment, and then Hungry Box.
He's super waiting for that grab.
He missed the grab and then went for a grab then got the grab on Nana.
Yeah, and Chu knew that was going to happen. That was super cool.
And what Hungry Box could have done was pummeled once and then done a forward throw.
But that would require a read on what Shootout was doing, which is like
right,
obviously.
But the thing is that back throw was definitely going to get punished.
Right.
Like, it was super not safe. So if he could even... Yeah, because the backup climber doesn't mash at all. Like, if you pick them up in a Donkey Kong cargo throw...
Does it not even matter in... Because, there's, like, the level raises based on your percent.
Right.
Will level 9 not mash? Like, if you're at 200%? Or do you not know?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let's test it. I'm pretty sure they won't. Choose Donkey Kong.
And then I'll just build damage.
Yeah.
Here, just
let's see.
Come here. I don't actually know if this is the fastest way they do it.
Yeah, just make sure you keep hitting me as much as you can and don't worry too much about hitting them. Because you don't want to kill them.
Right.
Okay, so grab them and cargo. Just stand there. Okay, so they did get out eventually. So that was a level 4 computer. Now let's try a level 1 computer. Grab them and cargo throw. So I don't know if it's safe to say that they're not mashing at all, but I think they're mashing
it kind of is.
negligibly enough that it appears that they're not mashing at all.
I'm good all day here.
Okay, so now damage me up to 40%. Oh my god.
Don't want to hit her.
Let's see.
Ooh. Look at me, I'm so perfect.
Let's see, 1 second. Alright, cargo. So now they're a level 2 computer. and they.
Oh.
Oh.
Was that me or I think that was her.
It looked like they mashed out.
Or him. Yeah.
So that's good to know. They'll mash a little bit starting at level 2, but they don't mash at level 1.
There we go.
So they were gonna mash a little bit, but not too much. So he probably could have pummeled once to see what Chu did, and then if Chu's shield went down far enough, he could throw him into Chu's shield, or he could have just done a forward throw. And the forward throw has, of course, the hitbox on both sides.
Right, which is why it's the only SDIable throw in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on.
Oh.
I think our internet dropped. No, I'm looking here. OBS Studio, disconnected. Disconnected from what? Yeah.